Right. No, but is Kejriwal Satyagraha also in a way is some sort of a sympathy card? Because people are saying, and Raghav Chadha himself had been saying that some 63 MLAs of the Aam Aadmi Party are in touch with him. And what happens to the Bhagwant Mann government? There's so much of uncertainty. So amidst this political uncertainty, is Arvind Kejriwal trying to evoke the sympathy of the people through this Satyagraha?
See, if the party MLAs are leaving Arvind Kejriwal and going voluntarily to the Bharatiya Janata Party, I don't know how much of sympathy Mr. Kejriwal will.
No one knows right now whether it's voluntary or under pressure. Look at what happens to Mr. Mittal. The ED raids were happening, and then he also joined BJP. So how much of it's voluntary, how much of it is under pressure, we do not know as of now.
No, I don't agree with you there. Everybody knows everything. ये public है, public सब जानती है. Everybody knows what is exactly happening within every political party, and the public knows exactly who was saleable in the very first place, who is not saleable, who is good, who is honest. The public knows every single thing about every political party. So I don't know if we can say that no, they have a feeling about some rogue. That no, he's a good man. The public knows everything.
No, but are you indicating that BJP knew how to capitalize on the vulnerabilities of Aam Aadmi Party, and which is why they went on this poaching mission?
See, BJP is becoming more and more like Goliath, and they are gaining more and more weight. They are losing eyesight because Goliath had only one eye, right? And they're becoming more and more and more like Goliath. So they feel that, I'm so big, I'm so strong, and I'm so, heavy. So I can just crush all my opponents. So what they're doing is, in the process, that they're taking the riffraff and the leftover from every political party and adding to them. So only gaining huge mass. And that mass is not muscle, right? So this is effectively going to hurt the BJP at some point in time. This is the real thing that the BJP will, lose, and it only takes one David with a catapult to bring Goliath down, and this is eventually where it will all lead to. Because where was the need for the Bharatiya Janata Party to have 7 more MPs? Did they need it? But the point is, despite the fact that they don't need it, they are willing to eat.
No, but one would call it a smart game played by the brute majority game they were playing. So they did an Operation Lotus in Rajya Sabha. They poached the MPs by hook or by crook. And now they've been able to garner a little more numbers in Rajya Sabha for themselves.
No, that's right. But ultimately, it's only adding to the Bharatiya Janata Party's corpulence. So they're becoming fatter, and fatter, and they're just going to fall on by their own weight at some point in time. And this additional weight is not really helping them at all, because, like I said, see, Raghav Chadha, poor chap, he spent a good year or two trying to boost and bolster his own self-image. Now, where is that image when his image has completely been marginalized, diminished? Where was the point? Point is that a person of some eminence need not join the Bharatiya Janata Party. Rather, he loses his image when he joins the Bharatiya Janata Party. So, if a person is trying to bolster his image, to try to keep up his Instagram followers, that's not helping somebody like Raghav Chadha. So that is indicative of what the Bharatiya Janata Party's perception is as far as the Indian electorate is concerned. So they have absolutely no respect, no confidence in the Bharatiya Janata Party and the way it does politics.
But are you sensing something, Mr. Brijesh, in the lines of what we saw in Maharashtra, how they poached and split the Shiv Sena? Is BJP trying to attempt something on the similar line? And everyone is talking about it. And even though Aam Aadmi Party has said that they will seek disqualification of these 7 MPs, but is BJP really headed on that same sinister design? The way they try to...
It's definitely so. But the very fact that the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is a non-existent player in Punjab, is thinking of taking over discredited Aam Aadmi Party legislators in Punjab and then forming a government and then trying to ensure that their runs over a period of time, I think itself is, coming back to my first proposition, that the Bharatiya Janata Party has completely lost the plot and that they are willing to go to any extent to try to retain power. And by that exercise, they are actually shooting themselves in the foot.
But do you believe, or maybe you have a feeling that somehow Bhagwant Mann could end up being the Punjab's Eknath Shinde?
No, I don't know so much about it. I don't know so much about the role that Bhagwant Mann is playing. I honestly don't know if Mr. Kejriwal has been fair to him, because ultimately a degree of fairness helps. If you're fair to your colleagues and to your compatriots, it always helps, because they usually they show the same kind of fairness in their dealings with you. But I honestly don't know if Mr. Kejriwal has been fair. But if he has been unfair, and I think if Mr. Mann gives him the same kind of treatment, I think we'll know in times to come. But I have no idea about their relationship.
No, but as far as Raghav MPs are concerned, do you believe that, or do you feel that Arvind Kejriwal has been unfair to them?
No, I'm not aware of that. But the point is that they benefited. It's like somebody said. I don't know if it was Prakash Raj who said that since the Delhi police is not very effective in fighting with Dawood Ibrahim, I'm going to join Dawood Ibrahim. It's like that. So as a former police officer, you can't join the other side. So I think it's as simple as that. That I think people understand everything. The people of India understand everything. Why are you going to join the Bharatiya Janata Party? What are you getting in return? They understand everything because they have seen the party for too long. They've seen it for 12 long years now. They don't require any more time to assess, to evaluate a political party like the Bharatiya Janata Party. They've seen enough.
No, but this Gandhian Satyagraha which Arvind Kejriwal is talking about, I saw a few tweets of Congress leaders yesterday where they said that what kind of a Gandhian Satyagraha is this? And he's talking about Gandhi, and he was the one to remove Gandhi's portrait from his office. So I'm sure this is something which is a good development for Congress. But do you believe that Arvind Kejriwal is completely exposed as far as this Gandhian Satyagraha is concerned?
No, you're right. It's exposed for two reasons. That throughout his tenure, for around 10 years as chief minister, he never showed Gandhi the kind of respect that Gandhi deserves, right? First. Second is, in fact, he had Gandhi's pictures removed from all these offices. Now, after he loses everything to go back to Gandhi, is almost like Mr. Modi hugging Mr. Gandhi, while 90% of his party members are celebrating Godse. So it's almost like that.
No, but how do you see the future of Arvind Kejriwal? The kind of politics he's embarking on. At least I get a sense that he will go back to his old tricks of protesting and agitating. He will be seen more as an agitator, evoking sympathy, trying to talk about the people. But what is the future of Arvind Kejriwal? Is the future in doldrums? Is the future uncertain about Aam Aadmi Party?
See, Neeluji, you're also very senior journalist, and you've also seen political parties hold up. You've seen political parties leaders, just going to slip into oblivion, and you've seen that with Mr. Mahanta in Assam. You've seen a number of these things. I think slowly Mr. Kejriwal is actually inching into oblivion because he can't go back to the streets. After people have seen, the kind of opulent lifestyle he had, they're not going to buy it that he's, a street fighter and he's going to fight for our cause, right? And I think there have been a number of mistakes made in the last 10 years that is going to cost him very heavily. And therefore, without having run out of ideas, he has now come to embrace Gandhi in his fight against the judiciary and in regard to Justice Swarnakanta Sharma, which is, I think, highly misplaced. This ought not to have been his reaction at all in the first place.
No, but his Gandhian Satyagraha, you found it fake, very artificial.
No, definitely so, because of the facts that I just mentioned, that you show no respect to Mahatma Gandhi throughout your tenure as the chief minister of two states, and then you suddenly want to embrace him at a time when you have no options left. I think that itself indicates that he has no answers, and a person who has no answers and a person who has no imagination really has no place in Indian politics.
But I was interviewing Ashutosh for the same channel yesterday for this very HW News, where he said that it's impossible. I mean, one should not write off Arvind Kejriwal completely because he's known to do unconventional politics. He will bring out something, which is out of the box, and then people will be left surprised.
No, I'll be very surprised if he's able to do something which ingratiates him to the Indian people again. I will personally be very surprised because, in my view, I think he has run out of ideas. And the very fact that he has today gone to Mahatma Gandhi's resting place itself indicates that he has completely run out of ideas. If he had better ideas, he would have put them into practice. Because ultimately, like Mahatma Gandhi himself said, that the only way you can become a leader and take on issues is by raising issues of the people. And these are not issues of the people that Mr. Kejriwal is raising. These are his own personal issues. He has a personal pain which he, is seeking the help of Mahatma Gandhi to redress.
But Brijesh, the other way of looking at this particular deadlock between Kejriwal and Swarnakanta Sharma would be that this is about an issue, a very unconventional issue, and how judiciary is capitulating before the powers that be. So maybe it's a very unconventional subject which he's picking up.
So then he doesn't know what is happening within the judiciary, because the judiciary itself is divided on the Swarnakanta Sharma issue. He should know that 50% or more of the judiciary want her to recuse, because they don't want this to be the central subject on which the Delhi High Court's reputation is eventually decided. So he should know that much at least. In fact, I think a majority of the judges wouldn't even have liked this situation to continue. They would have asked Justice Swarnakanta Sharma to recuse, privately, of course. But this is, of course, has to be decided in a higher court. So he has, like I said, he doesn't even know what is happening, in his own domain, which is in Delhi. So I think he has lost out a lot there.
Right. So my last question to you, Brijesh, is that has the Arvind Kejriwal bubble, has it burst?
No, I wouldn't go so far as saying it is already burst, but it's eventually getting there. That is the feeling I get, because after having lost Delhi, and today after having lost 7 parliamentary members out of 10, I think increasingly he becomes more and more marginalized and more forgotten.